All right, we are live. Welcome to the season 10 finale of The Walking Dead. However, I don't think it is the season finale. I think they added like six or so more episodes to extend it out in 2021. So it's I guess the midway point again for the finale. But this was a really good episode. It was a certain doom. It was supposed to air this past April, but with the virus impacting the scheduling dates and all that, they had to delay it until this past Sunday, and it was actually pretty good. It was a good, strong ending for this past season. And then season 10 as a whole was actually a good season as well. This episode of Certain Doom, directed by Greg Nicotero, and with Greg Nicotero at the helm, it's one of the best episodes.
Oh yeah, no question.
Mm-hmm.
This also ends. This also is the end of the Whisperer story arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looks like they're beginning the story arc with the whole three circles, and we saw that in the I guess it was the season premiere of The Walking Dead World Beyond, with the government agents and everything.
I didn't watch that, so I didn't.
I actually watched some of it, and it's actually pretty good. It's taken like a government thing with the government agency and stuff like that. The World Beyond is supposed to be I guess you can say a prequel before we get to the whole Rick Grimes story and with that story arc.
Hmm.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into a certain Doom. And we are picking right off where we left right off with the massive horde of walkers and whisperers uh, going to the tower. And it was a brilliant visual, even though it was a whole bunch of CG. I love the visual of the millions of walkers surrounding the tower. That was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, the CGI effects. I mean, sure it's CGI, but
Hmm.
they would have had to have paid quite a few extras.
Yeah. Oh, I would say at least 300 to 500 extras for that massive horde.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, so basically, this whole story, this whole episode was based around them defeating the Whisperers and defeating the head Whisperer, which is Beta. And there was some moments at times that I was like, Carol. I thought Carol was going to die, and I thought Father Gabriel was going to die.
Hmm.
And we also see a returning character in this episode,
Yeah,
Maggie.
Maggie's back. Yeah.
Maggie is back. She's back and she's returning. I wonder where Georgie and that whole group is going with, because we haven't heard anything from Georgie and the group that
Mm-mm.
Maggie went to. So hopefully they'll continue that story in the additional six or in season 11.
Yeah. And of course, with season 11 being the final season,
Mhm.
they're going to have to speed it up a little as far
Yeah.
as storylines.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll like do a time jump with those six episodes going into season 11. I think they have to do a time jump.
Hmm.
Let's see.
And who's this mysterious masked man that was with Maggie? I wonder.
Yes, I know. I saw that. The uh, the the ninja, I guess you can call him, with the
Hmm.
blades. And I don't think it's her son. I don't think because I don't think the time has passed enough for him to be that grown.
No, it hasn't.
Is he in the comic book? That guy?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So when we see Maggie return, which is in the part where I thought personally that Father Gabriel they was going to kill him off, but Maggie returned and helped Father Gabriel and the rest of the group um, defeat the Whisperers that was coming in and attacking them with the masked guy.
Yep, badass.
Yeah, yeah. I cannot wait to see more of him. I think he is going to be great. Or it could be a she. I don't know. It might be a she. Have they? Have
Yeah.
they? Have they? I mean, have they confirmed it if it was a he or a she?
No.
Yeah. So the mysterious masked phantom with Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Um, we do see Lydia trying to make amends with Carol,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the episode, I think that Lydia really got through to Carol, and before Carol tried to jump off the ledge with the walkers, Lydia saved her, which was another thing. I was like, oh my god, are they going to kill Carol? Because I know they was going to do a spinoff with Daryl and Carol. So I don't think they're going to kill Carol at all if they're going to do that spinoff.
No. Well, if it is, see, that's a spoiler though. It's already been announced that Daryl and Carol are going to get their own spinoff.
Yeah,
So we know nothing is going to happen to either one of them.
yeah. So Daryl and Carol is probably going to be safe until their spinoff, and then maybe they might die in their spinoff. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be an interesting spinoff though.
They
I'm,
keep
I'm
talking
looking.
about going to New Mexico.
Oh, are we going to see a Better Call Saul Breaking Bad crossover?
I don't,
Oh my god! But it's going to be an interesting because it's going to be interesting to see how they spin their two characters off into their own show. And
Mhm.
I'm going to tune in for that one because I think that's going to be a really good spin-off. I think it's going to be the stronger of the spin-offs that has been announced.
Yeah. Well, there's also supposed to be an anthology series as well.
Yeah, I heard about the anthology series. I think I've heard they're going to be also another series of them doing the backstories of the character. Like Negan, they're going to show his backstory, and I think they're going.
Finally.
Yeah, finally, that should have been just an episode on itself, on its own. I think that would have been a great episode.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see a backstory on Negan.
hmm
I think they also said something about the governor.
Oh,
Maybe a back.
ooh, that's going to be a good one. I am looking for it. If that's confirmed, I am going to be looking for that one too.
Yep.
I like to see maybe one with Keen Ezekiel and Jerry.
Yeah,
I think that would be a good backstory of telling
it
them,
would.
and they can do that as an anthology series. Do like episode one could be Negan, episode two can be whoever going on, and showing the backstories.
Hmm.
Let's see. So we see Eugene and Keen Ezekiel and every one of them finally going to
Yumiko and Princess.
yeah. Yeah, Princess and Yumikio finally showing up in West Virginia. You know, West Virginia, West Virginia boy here. Charleston, West Virginia, by the way, I believe. I think they went. So that's the capital of West Virginia. But they finally show up in West Virginia, and it seemed like no one was there until these stormtrooper government agents came out of nowhere and surrounded them.
Mm-hmm. From what I understand, that's the Commonwealth.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Because I think
They're
I think Michonne actually went with him, didn't they? Didn't she? They
no.
showed
I'm not sure where she went.
because I remember they showed the group and they were walking, and then she was joining the group with the two people with that couple when she left.
Not sure who those two were.
Okay. Give me one quick second here. I gotta let the cat out.
Okay. Yeah, an anthology series would be pretty cool. With Negan, King Ezekiel, and Jerry, the governor.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Let's see here. All right. So what were you talking about?
I was just talking about how it'd be a anthology series would be really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have like
Absolutely.
Negan, King Ezekiel, and Jerry, and the governor.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be great. Yeah. I cannot wait for that one. The
Hmm.
Daryl and Carol spinoff and the anthology series with the backstories, I think is going to be two of the stronger spinoffs of The Walking Dead.
I agree.
Let's see. Yeah, so with Maggie back, I'm wondering how she's going to react seeing Negan a part of the group now.
Hmm.
And I want to see, I cannot wait to see that confrontation and the Maggie versus Negan is I'm sure she's going to be severely pissed at him, and Negan to me I think has changed way back from season end of season 6, season 7 since they've introduced him. So Negan's
Hmm.
changed completely. So I think Negan is going to talk to her and hopefully make amends.
Absolutely. Well, he killed her husband, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be it's gonna be hard to get over that.
Hmm. Yeah, or maybe she kills Negan. You know, with that mask assailant, the masked ninja that she's got as
Hmm.
a friend. Let's see here. Okay, so let's talk about Beta's death. I
Oh.
absolutely love Beta's death. That was one of the greatest death scenes I've seen in a long time. And so basically, Daryl took two knives and stuck them in Beta's eyes, one in each eye,
Hmm.
and he just pulled them out. He just pulled his freaking knives out, and Beta was still alive at this point. You know, he was like, you know, moving around, trying to, you know, see if he can kill or find out where they're at. And then, oh shit! And then what else? Let me see. Oh crap. Okay. So yeah. So then he passes out, and the walkers just tear him apart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that was a great visual. I loved every second of it. And then Negan actually recognized him
Yes.
from him being a country music star that we saw
Uh-huh.
in a previous episode.
Negan's like, "Do you really know who that was?" Daryl's like, "Yeah, nobody."
I don't know. I don't know if maybe Daryl does know who he was. I think Daryl did know who he was
Probably.
as the country music star, but he didn't care. He didn't care. You know, he's
Right.
dead. He's dead. I really liked Beta. He was a good character. He kind of reminded me of a 80s horror slasher movie monster,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because he was really freaking huge. I mean, he could play freaking Jason, you know, in a reboot of Friday the 13th. That's how this great actor this dude is.
Mm-hmm.
He can be a great Jason. I'm calling it right now. Let's see. Yeah, so and then we get back to you know, Carol basically sacrificing herself and to take all those walkers and basically have her fall them off a ledge of a cliff. And again, you know, it was CG, but it was shot tremendously well with the overhead shot, and you see, you know, each walker falling off and going into over the ledge and going into the water. Just great visual.
It was. Lydia, of course, pulled Carol back.
Hmm.
And then Lydia was wearing Alpha's mask, and then she took it off and threw it down the
Yeah,
side of the cliff.
yeah, and I love the visual of that too. That was a great visual of the, you know,
It
the
was.
mask slowly falling off the cliff, and basically that's representing Lydia's past. You know, that was her past. The past is in the past, and she's a new person after this.
Yep.
And I really like to see, and it seems like they're going to go this, you know, this maternal route with Lydia and Carol, with Carol probably, you know, guiding Lydia under her wing. And I really would like to see that. I think that's the route they're taking.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see another situation like with Lizzie. Look at the flowers, Lizzie.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't think so either. And I think, you know, with Carol by her side, Lydia is going to be, you know, going to grow up to be even stronger and probably be more like Carol. You know, I think it'd be great. I don't know if Daryl and Carol is going to leave the show, and that's how they're going to do the spinoff. But it'd be great to see Carol probably pass the baton to Lydia,
It
and then
would.
have Daryl and Carol take off.
That
And I
would be
think that's what
tremendous.
they, yeah, I think that's what they probably are setting up.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Mhm. And we see Maggie finally being reunited with Judith. We see
Yes.
Maggie and Judith. That was
And
great. Love
and you know,
that.
Maggie didn't have to ask, "Is this Judith?" Because like she knew.
Yep. Hmm. Let's see. Also, it's been revealed that Connie is still alive. And
Yep.
Connie, I think the last time we seen Connie, she was trapped in that explosion underground. Was that?
Yep.
Is that? Yep.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So she was trapped in the explosion on the ground. We see her crawl out from that, so she is alive, and Virgil found her.
Yes, Virgil. Right. Virgil
Hmm.
did find her.
Yeah, and they went to Oceanside, but it's empty. So Oceanside is gone.
Yep. They all left, I guess.
Maybe. Let's see here. I gotta say, when I first saw Luke, I did not recognize him because the actor who plays Luke lost a tremendous amount of weight.
He did. He used to be chunky.
Yeah, yeah. Dan Fogler, I think that's his name, plays
Hmm.
Luke, and I was looking up his Wikipedia page, and they said that he lost 100 pounds for his family because he feared of getting obesity related diseases like diabetes and blood pressure. So yeah, so he lost a tremendous amount of weight. I did not recognize him. I was like, is that the same guy? Or did they cast
It is the
somebody
same
else?
guy. Yeah.
Uh, so I think that's pretty much it on this finale episode.
I think we covered all the major points.
So like we said earlier in the show today, that I think there's going to be an additional 6 episodes. So any predictions on those 6 episodes going into season 10?
Which I believe they are shooting right now. They started shooting those. They said they were going to start shooting those 6 episodes in October. So here it is, October.
Hmm.
So obviously they would have to start shooting them. As far as predictions, gosh, I mean, the sky's the limit from here.
Yeah,
The Whisperer
yeah.
War is over.
Hmm.
They defeated the Whisperers. So what's going to happen for these 6 episodes? These additional 6 episodes, plus the
Hmm.
24 episodes for season 11.
Yeah, yeah, and you talked about the Commonwealth. I mean, are they going to introduce the Commonwealth? Is the Commonwealth going to be the next, the bad people? I haven't read the comics. Do you know anything about the Commonwealth?
I understand that they are allies. So they're not villains. They're not villains. So
Hmm.
because Maggie was with them, so
Okay, is that Georgie's group, the Commonwealth?
I think so.
Let me check it. Let me check real quick about the Commonwealth.
I mean, from what I know about them, they're not villains.
Hmm.
But the thing is, we haven't been introduced to them in full yet.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh, did Shane freeze up? Oh yeah, he did.
All of
There
these
you are.
spinoffs that's happening after season 11. With let me bring in the beginning of
You-
the uh, 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 uh,
we lost Shane, folks. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. But again, as I mentioned, we haven't seen the Commonwealth in full. But I don't believe they're villains. I mean, Maggie wouldn't have been with them if they were. Although, I mean, they they come out dressed as candy striped stormtroopers, essentially.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
You were kind of talking about spin-offs and stuff.
All right. Yeah, so what I was talking about was this I believe it was a government agency. The three.
Nope, still breaking up. We seem to have lost Shane, folks. Sorry about that. Yep, we lost Shane again. Must be gremlins. Hopefully he'll be back. But as far as like I say, the Commonwealth, right now, as far the only way we know anything about the Commonwealth is the comics. And I'm not all that familiar with the comics. Although I do know that they are a benevolent group rather than a malevolent group.
All right, am I back?
Yes.
Great. All right, so yeah, just go ahead and continue what you was talking.
I was talking about the Commonwealth.
Hmm.
How the only way we know anything about them is the comic book, but I'm not that familiar with the comic.
Yeah.
But I do know that the Commonwealth are more benevolent than malevolent.
Hmm.
Like I say, otherwise Maggie wouldn't have been with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what about your predictions, Shane Stradamus?
All right. So, well, since we know that Daryl and Carol is going to have their own spinoff, there will not be a Daryl's going to die this season. Daryl's going to die this season. So I think if they're going the route of this whole government agency, then I think that's what they're going to do is take the government agency route, and it's going to lead into them finding Rick, and them hopefully all of them reuniting at. I'm not sure when the Rick movies are coming out.
Yeah, don't forget about the Rick movies. Remember, we not only do we have the spin-offs, we also got the
Yeah,
Rick movies coming up too.
yeah. So I don't know if the Rick movies are going to lead into season 11, or is it going to be during season 11, or is it going to be post season 11?
Good question.
If it's if it's leading towards, I think that's what they need to do is lead it towards the movie, have the Rick movies, have it towards leading into season 11, because I think there's going to be three of them, right?
I
There's
think
supposed to
there's
be
only
three
be
Rick
two.
movies.
I thought there were only supposed to be
Huh.
two.
Let me check. Let's see here. Google. Okay, so I'm on comicbook.com, and the Rick movies are still in development. The
Hmm.
Walking Dead is going to end in 2022, which means the movie won't be released until 2023 at the earliest.
Oh, okay. So it'll be after.
Yeah, yeah. But they can always set it like in the same timeline as season 11, I guess, or post season 11.
Hmm.
But it doesn't say how many Rick movies they're going to be.
Well, we do know that the Daryl and Carol spinoff will be in 2023.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Tales of the Walking Dead. That's the anthology series that he was talking about. It's called Tales of the
Ah,
Walking
yes.
Dead.
Hmm.
And I think that's going to be the whole, backstory of the characters. because I saw that on Wikipedia. So, but don't hold me to that. I'm just reading what people wrote on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is not always the most accurate.
Yeah, yeah. Too many Russian hackers on Wikipedia. But so for the 6 additional episodes for season 10, and I think they're going to air that early next year, so it'll probably be February. So probably be February around Valentine's Day. I think that's probably going to introduce the Commonwealth. I think for those 6 additional episodes, it's going to introduce the Commonwealth, and we'll probably see who that mask ninja is that is with Maggie in those episodes. And then for season 11, I don't know what they can do for season 11 because I have no clue where they're going because season 11 is the final season.
Yep. I agree. I don't know. I have no idea either.
You know, unless they're going to use The Walking Dead World Beyond and combine those 2 groups together for season 11, I have no idea.
Because I think World Beyond's only supposed to be 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons of 10 episodes. But season 11, that's tough to predict because I have no idea how they're going or where they're going. But yeah, see, I did, like I said, I watched bits of World Beyond, and it's good. So I might check out the rest. See where they're going because it might because I think it's tying into the Rick movies because before I got cut off they showed a flashback to where Jadis was picking Rick up and saying that she has a bee in the helicopters and everything. And I think the helicopters is part of this government organization called the Three Circles, and they're introducing that in the World Beyond. So I think the World Beyond is probably going to introduce all the characters for leading up to the Rick movies.
Ooh,
that's what I'm thinking of it. But don't hold me to it.
Don't hold you to it, right?
Yep. Wait until after after those 2 seasons, and then I'll be like, "Yep, James Thomas is right on the nose again." But is Fear the Walking Dead ending anytime soon?
It's supposed to premiere tomorrow night. Now there are unconfirmed rumors that Morgan might be going back to The Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
But they're unconfirmed rumors.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been following Fear.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm looking on Fear, and I'm not seeing if they're ending after season 6. Let's see. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it in the Walking Dead news. But yeah, so we'll be back whenever the additional 6 episodes of 10 airs, and I guess it's going to be February. It's most likely February. Yeah. So, if you were a part of last night's, Bigfoot show, I was not on. I had a personal reason why, and I'll tell Henry after the show as to why I wasn't on. But I don't know. I don't know if you knew or not, but I'll tell Henry after the show on the after hours webcast. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. We will see you here when the additional season 6 episodes of The Walking Dead returns in February, and then hopefully, I think they're going to air season 11 next year as well in October, most likely, and start. See you. Better Call Saul's coming back in hopefully next year.